Welcome dreamers, welcome to Sleepy Soul Stories. Tonight we will discuss about The Bridge of Silent Stars, a Sleepy Soul Story. Short summary. Tonight, the sleeper drifts beyond the lighthouse. The tide of dreams carries him to a place few ever see. A bridge made of starlight that connects forgotten wishes to hearts still waiting. Here, silence is not empty. It hums softly with the voices of those who once dreamed but never dared. As the sleeper steps onto the bridge of silent stars, the world below fades into a velvet sea of clouds. Each step glows faintly beneath his feet, not from his light, but from every hope ever whispered into the night. And with every step, he begins to remember that the light within him is the same that fills the sky. He meets a girl sitting at the center of the bridge, her hands filled with fallen stars. She collects the ones no one remembers, the dreams that dimmed before they could shine. When she smiles, the stars in her palms ignite once more. The sleeper asks, "Why save what has been forgotten?" She answers, "Because even forgotten dreams deserve to glow." And with that, the bridge shines brighter, stretching endlessly toward a horizon made of dawn. The sleeper continues forward, not to reach the end, but to remember that the journey itself is the dream. The crossing begins. The night unfolds in silence. The world you knew drifts away. Somewhere between one heartbeat and the next, you open your eyes, not to the room you fell asleep in, but to a horizon made of silver mist. There is no sound, no wind, only the faint hum of your own breath. You stand upon a shore that seems to stretch forever. Soft sand glows faintly under your feet, each grain glimmering like crushed starlight. The sea before you does not move. It shimmers, still as glass. And there, beyond the quiet sea, rises a bridge. It's made not of stone or wood, but of pure light. 1,000 small stars woven into a single path that curves upward into the night. You take your first step. The light beneath your foot ripples gently, like a sigh. Each step forward hums softly, a note in an invisible song. Far above, the stars begin to pulse, dimly at first, then brighter, as though recognizing your presence. And you realize this place has been waiting for you. You walk. With every step, thoughts drift away. Names, days, worries, all dissolving into the fog. You are no longer someone from somewhere. You are simply here, and the bridge leads on. The mist curls around your hands like silk. It whispers things you cannot quite hear, fragments of old laughter, the echo of rain, the hush of your own heartbeat. You pause and listen. The silence is not empty. It's alive. Alive with everything you once loved and forgot. The air tastes faintly of memories, of early mornings, first snow, soft sunlight on closed eyes. You breathe in. You breathe out. And the bridge hums a little brighter. The girl with the fallen stars. The bridge quiets. Its shimmer gentles to the rhythm of your breath. Each step you take feels lighter than the one before. The air is warmer here, soft as candlelight against your skin. Far below, clouds roll and breathe, glowing faintly from within, as though the night itself were dreaming. The stars beneath your feet pulse slowly, one by one, like heartbeats in a living sky. You listen to that rhythm, and without noticing, your own heartbeat begins to follow. In and out, a tide of calm. The bridge hums back, a low silver note, almost a lullaby. The light ahead bends through the mist, forming gentle arches that seem to breathe with you. Somewhere inside this hush, the weight of waking thoughts begins to fade, as if someone kind and unseen were lifting them from your shoulders and setting them into the drifting clouds below. One thought drifts away, then another, then another. What remains is quiet. You walk. Each step becomes slower, smaller, softer, until walking feels more like floating. A faint glow appears ahead. Not bright, not near, just a flicker, trembling in the fog. You move toward it. The light steadies as you come closer, and shapes begin to gather from the mist. A curve of railing, a scatter of small luminous stones, and, at the center of the bridge, a figure. She sits cross-legged upon the starlit path, her hair drifting like threads of night around her shoulders. In her hands, she holds a small bowl of light, not fire, not flame, but starlight collected in still water. She looks up when you stop. Her eyes shine, not with reflection, but with the encounter. She looks at you with quiet eyes and says again, "You've come a long way." The words drift through the mist, slow, like feathers falling. You nod, though you're not sure why. It simply feels right to agree. The girl dips her hands into the bowl of light. Tiny points of gold rise, floating like fireflies before fading back into the fog. She gestures for you to sit. The bridge hums softly beneath you as you lower yourself down. Breathe in. The air tastes faintly of rain and starlight. Breathe out, and the weight in your chest eases, a slow tide receding. The girl whispers, "Every traveler who reaches this bridge carries a small light inside. Some forget it, some guard it too tightly, but everyone brings it." She raises one hand. A faint spark rests upon her palm. It flickers, and with each flicker you feel a muscle loosen, the back of your neck, the curve of your shoulders. In and out, the spark steadies. "These," she says, "are fallen stars, dreams that once glowed bright but lost their way." Around you, dozens of dim points hover in the mist, soft as candle smoke. "I keep them," she continues, "until someone remembers to wish again." You watch as she cups one star gently in both hands. Its surface shimmers, pale silver. A tiny world inside, turning slowly. When she exhales over it, the light brightens. A warmth spreads through the air and through you. Breathe in. The warmth touches your chest, flows down your arms. Breathe out. Your hands grow heavy, resting easily in your lap. "Every star I relight," she murmurs, "reminds someone, somewhere, that they are allowed to rest." Another spark brightens, and your legs feel soft and weightless. The mist moves lazily around you, slower and slower, as if time itself were falling asleep. You close your eyes. The bridge's hum deepens to a single, low note, pulsing gently beneath your body. The girl's voice becomes a thread of sound weaving through the dark. "Do you feel it?" You nod. "Then let it stay," she whispers. "Let the light remember you." In 2, 3, out 2, 3. Each breath slows the world. Each heartbeat grows quieter. The stars around you drift lower, like petals settling on still water. Somewhere far below, a soft echo answers your breath. The sea breathing with you. The girl's hands move again. Another fallen star awakens, and another piece of you releases. The corners of your mouth, the space behind your eyes, you feel it spreading through the air, through the wood and mist, through every part of you that once held fear. You are safe, and you can rest. The light from the bridge gathers into a small river, flowing quietly through the mist. The girl dips her hand into it, lifts a handful of liquid light, and lets it fall in a slow, glowing rain. The drops land on your arms, your hands, your heart. Everywhere they touch, warmth follows, not heat, but comfort. The kind of warmth you feel when someone pulls a blanket just a little higher over your shoulder. The girl smiles. Every traveler brings light, but most forget where they left it. She reaches toward you not to take, but to remind. A glow appears just beneath your ribs. Small, steady, like a candle lit in the quiet of an old room. Pulses with your breath. And it brightens. It softens. That's it, she whispers. Let it breathe with you. Around you, the mist begins to swirl with color. Pale golds, deep violets, traces of blue. Every color hums with its own rhythm. The girl steps closer. Her eyes hold reflections of everything. Night skies, oceans, even faces you almost remember. The bridge, she says, is not a place. It's a moment between waking and sleep, between holding on and letting go. You listen, the sound of her voice weaving around the hum, around your heartbeat, until everything blends into one long note. Breathe in, feel the calm rise up from the floor beneath you. Breathe out, feel it drift upward, out through your fingertips. You begin to sense a slow turning, like a planet moving through space or a leaf circling in gentle water. The bridge fades into light. The mist becomes stars. The girl's voice becomes the wind, whispering through every breath you take. Let the body rest, she says. Let the mind drift. You've done enough for today. Her voice trails off, leaving only the rhythm of your breath and the soft glow pulsing from within your chest. The hum deepens one last time and then slowly fades. Now there is only stillness. You are weightless, floating in warmth. The light inside you pulses once more. Steady, alive, peaceful. Then it settles into quiet, the way embers do when the fire finally rests. In 2-3, 2-3, for the stars around you begin to move again. Slowly at first, like snow falling in the dark. Each one hums softly, and you realize the sound is the same as your heartbeat, the same as the bridge, the same as her voice. the same as the world breathing you to sleep. The descent, the bridge and the dawn, there is no edge between where you end and where the dream begins. The last threads of the bridge float quietly in the air, shimmering in soft gold and fading silver. Somewhere behind you, the echo of the girl's voice lingers, not as words now, but as a gentle presence, the feeling of a smile you can still sense though you cannot see it. The stars above pulse with your breath. In 2, 3, up, 2, 3, for every breath moves you deeper, as though you are descending through layers of velvet night. Around you, the colors grow softer, blues becoming dusk gray, violets melting into pale silver. Far in the distance, you hear the faint sound of water, steady, calm, rhythmic, like the heartbeat of the world itself. You follow the sound, and the stars drift with you, spiraling gently downward, until they settle into a vast ocean of reflected light. The water is perfectly still. When you touch it with your awareness, the surface ripples outward, sending quiet rings of light through the endless horizon. You float above it effortlessly, supported by warmth, by breath, by silence. The air here is filled with the faint scent of rain and new beginnings. As the ripples expand, they form faint images, memories that are not memories, dreams that belong to everyone. A mother humming to her child, the wind moving through tall grass, a candle flickering in a quiet room. Every image passes through you like a soft breeze, leaving peace in its wake. In and out, the sound of water merges with your heartbeat, a perfect, even rhythm. You realize you are no longer breathing, the world is breathing for you. Every rise and fall of the air cradles you in safety, in rest, in release. The stars above begin to dim slightly, their light gathering along the horizon, where the first hint of dawn waits, quiet and patient. You can feel it, the warmth of sunlight not yet born, waiting beyond the edge of this dream. The girl's voice returns, soft as the echo of a distant bell. When the light returns, it will find you rested. You will wake when it is time, calm, whole, and renewed. The words fold into the hum of the ocean, into the pulse of your own heart. In 2, 3, up, 2, 3, for the surface beneath you grows warmer, the faintest touch of morning gold. But you do not rise yet. You float there, suspended between dream and dawn, every cell in your body wrapped in peace. You sense the bridge again, faint, far away, stretching across the light, waiting quietly for your return. It hums once more, a lullaby written for the soul. You are safe. You are loved. You are enough. Sleep now. The sound fades into silence, leaving only the soft rhythm of breath and the faint golden glow along the horizon. Your heartbeat slows, steady and gentle. The stars fade. The mist dissolves. The ocean of light becomes still. Everything becomes one light, the dream of return. The ocean of light does not end. It shifts so gently you almost don't notice, until the glow beneath you becomes a field of clouds. They move as if they remember the rhythm of your breath, rising and settling with each quiet inhale, each unhurried exhale. In 2, 3, up, 2, 3, for somewhere inside this softness, a path forms. Not a bridge this time, but a ribbon of light bending across the sky. You drift toward it without effort, guided by warmth, not gravity. The air here is weightless, scented faintly of rain and wildflowers you've never seen. Every movement leaves behind a shimmer, a brief trace of gold that fades as soon as it appears. You realize the light beneath your skin has changed from silver to amber, the color of comfort, of home. Ahead, something glows brighter, a doorway of mist suspended in the air. It opens and closes like a heartbeat. As you near it, you hear a sound you haven't heard since before you fell asleep. Laughter, soft and distant, like children playing on a windy afternoon. The doorway breathes in time with the laughter. You pass through. Instantly, the air thickens with color. You are standing in a wide meadow under a twilight sky, where the horizon never stops shining. The grass glows faintly from within, and the wind carries whispers, not words, but memories. The sound of your own voice, once promising yourself that you would rest someday. The echo of old music, the hum of a world still turning. In 2, 3, up, 2, 3, for a path of smooth stones winds through the glowing field. You follow it. The light under each step brightens, as though the earth itself is remembering you. In the distance, a figure waits beside a tree made of light. It isn't the girl from the bridge. It's someone older, quieter. When you draw closer, you see that their face changes each time you blink. Sometimes your own reflection, sometimes someone you once loved, sometimes only light. You've returned, the figure says. Their voice sounds like the ocean and the wind at once. Every soul that crosses the bridge finds its way here, the field between dreams. They motion to the space around you. Stars drift among the grass like floating seeds. Fireflies hum in long arcs of gold. The sky ripples, revealing brief glimpses of other worlds, mountains, seas, a candlelit room. Each of these is a dream, they whisper. Each of these belongs to someone resting now. They reach forward, touching a single glowing seed, and hold it between their fingers. And this one, they say, belongs to you. The seed glows brighter, then opens slowly, like a flower made of light, and inside it, a smaller world begins to unfold. You see yourself sleeping peacefully beneath a silver sky, surrounded by quiet stars. The image calms you because you finally understand. The dream you are in now is dreaming you in the river of memories. The field of light stretches farther than you imagined, and in its distance a new sound begins to form, water, slow and patient, flowing as if it has been waiting for you forever. You follow the glow between the grasses. The air cools, soft and wet with the scent of rain. Breathe in 2, 3. Breathe out 2, 3, 4. The hum of the world around you fades, replaced by the steady murmur of a river. Its surface is glass smooth, reflecting every star above, so that when you lean closer you cannot tell where sky ends and water begins. You step to the edge. The ground gives a soft sigh beneath your bare feet. The river glows faintly from within, silver threads weaving through its depths. This, whispers a voice you almost recognize, is the river that remembers everything. You kneel, dipping your fingertips into the cool surface. Ripples bloom outward in slow circles. Each one carries a fragment of light, and within each light, an image begins to form. A single candle on a desk where you once studied late into the night. A friend's laughter echoing through a place long gone. The quiet ache of something you lost and never named. The river shows them all, not to make you sad, but to remind you that nothing is ever truly lost. In 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Each exhale smooths the water again. Each breath releases another weight you had forgotten to set down. The voice returns, closer now. Every memory that rises is asking to be blessed, not held. You watch as the candlelight, the laughter, the ache drift together, swirl once, and dissolve into gold mist. The river glows brighter. You lower both hands into it, letting the current run between your fingers. The warmth that follows is like forgiveness. Not a word, not a thought, but a quiet easing inside your chest. It moves upward, through your throat, behind your eyes, until tears form without sadness. They fall into the water, small and shining, and the river answers with a shimmer of light. See, says the voice, even sorrow becomes beauty when it is allowed to flow. You look downstream. The river winds away through the field, carrying the faint glow of every memory you've released. You realize that each one becomes a star once it reaches the horizon. You are watching your own past turn into constellations. Breathe in, feel the air cool your skin. Breathe out, feel your heart grow lighter. The eternal dream. The river narrows into a silver thread. Its hum becomes a single soft note, neither sound nor silence, just vibration, the quiet pulse that lives inside everything. You float upon it, eyes closed, though you see more clearly than ever before. Beneath your body, the current grows warmer, as if the water itself has turned to breath. In 2, 3, out, 2, 3, for the rhythm and the river become the same. Around you, shapes of light begin to bloom. Fragments of the sky, gentle silhouettes of places that never existed, mountains made of glass, trees whose leaves shimmer like fireflies. You realize you are not in the world is within you. The river flows from your heartbeat, the wind breathes with your lungs, the stars move with your slow, steady pulse. The voice that guided you returns, now softer, distant, not outside you anymore. Every dream you've had, it murmurs, was never an escape. It was your soul remembering itself. The words ripple through your being like light through water. Each syllable loosens something old and hidden. The pressure in your shoulders, the tension in your jaw, the half-remembered worries that waited behind your thoughts. All of it begins to dissolve, sinking gently to the bottom of the river, where it turns into pearls of quiet. Feel the body soften. Out. Feel yourself drifting beyond form. A horizon forms before you. Not bright, not dark, simply endless. You drift toward it, not walking, not swimming, but carried by something invisible and kind. Clouds of faint color swirl around you. Hues you cannot name, tones between tones, the language of dreams. Somewhere ahead, a sound begins, like the slow heartbeat of the earth. Thump, silence, thump, silence. The space between each beat grows longer, slower, deeper. You realize that the earth's heart and yours are no longer separate. They have merged into one gentle rhythm. You are the river, the wind, the star, the dreamer, the dream. Everything expands outward. Memory becomes light. Thought becomes air. The voice speaks one final time, barely a whisper. You have come home. The words echo through your entire being, turning into a soundless hum that fills every cell. Then stillness. The river stops. The stars pause. Even breath becomes effortless. For a moment that feels like forever, you are pure awareness. Not the body, not the story, just a presence suspended in gentle light. Breathe in, feel infinity expand inside you. Breathe out, let everything rest. The scene begins to fade into softness. The light dims to twilight. The world folds into silence. You rest at the center of your own dream, whole, weightless, serene. Sleep now. The river of dreams will keep flowing, even without you steering. You are safe. You are loved. You are home.